Now let's get back to Alaska's morning show.
Oh, yeah.
On Kid Whale.
Thank you, friends, for listening to the program. Appreciate you very, very much. 7:37 on a Thursday, June 8th, 2023. My name is Bob.
11:38 Eastern Time.
I appreciate you. Another meeting between the Mat-Su-Buro School District and the Valley Teachers Union is scheduled for next month. Talks May 31st didn't result in any movement at all. The school board voted to impose the district's last best offer at their previous meeting. The mediator was invited back on July 5th. That's days after teachers will be forced out from their current health insurance provider. The district's proposed contract insists on changing insurers. That seems to be the rub. They don't want to change their health care providers. Okay, we'll see how that works out. Mat-Su-Buro Land and Natural Resource Managers say despite a slowing spruce bark beetle spread, valley forests are in poor condition. Over 1.6 million acres of forest have been damaged by those damn beetles, though recent data shows the infestation is decelerating. The Bureau only owns about 2% of valley forest land, with the state claiming the majority. Wow. However, officials say it's likely state forest land is in similar condition. Well, yeah, I'm just guessing. You just got to look over there. It's like, hey, here's what our stuff looks like. How about their stuff? Oh, you mean the stuff that's right next to our stuff? It looks exactly the same as our stuff. Yeah, that's what we thought. Well done. Wasilla's Bookstore is hosting a Drag King and Queen Story Hour on Saturday, while a faith-based group is planning their own story hour nearby. Okay.
She's probably honking at me.
Black Birch Books owner Taylor Jordan calls the upcoming Drag Story Hour event a family-friendly way to explore diverse role models and promote LGBTQ plus inclusivity. Meanwhile, GoodTube Kids owner Chris Gonzalez calls his family-friendly story hour at Wonderland Park a Judeo-Christian alternative. Okay, there you go. Pick one or pick neither, whatever. Fine. Have one, have them both, kick ass, have some fun. There you go. Move on. Who's this on the phone?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Bob?
Just hanging out, doing my thing. What are you doing?
Hey, yesterday you were talking about what things were like maybe like 80, 100 years ago around here.
Yeah, like fishing and hunting and all that stuff, yeah.
I had a co-worker, she's long past, friend. She grew up here. She's been in her early 80s, but she was born and raised here. They lived downtown where everybody lived. And they used to go to their hunting and fishing cabin on the weekends. It took them about, she said, a half hour to an hour, depending on the road condition. And her hunting and fishing cabin was right there by Taco Bell on Tudor, right there at Campbell Creek.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, yeah, so it was like, you think about it, you're like, wow.
Just under 12.
Seriously, I mean, this used to be all wilderness, and it was dotted with cabins. I mean, where we have malls and intersections, that used to be someone's, hunting grounds. It's crazy, isn't it?
It did. But, like you say, it takes us 15 minutes to get there now, but it's a good one, because of Bobby 2 tracks and muddy roads and stuff.
Well, I mean,
half an hour, 45 minutes.
Getting from here to Seward back in the day, I mean, that was... it was a caravan. I mean, it's going to take you a while to get there. And what was the fishing like in Seward back, 100 years ago, right?
Oh, I bet you it's phenomenal.
I mean,
like you said, man, just monster fish.
Well, I mean, just in the last 30 years, the Kenai has gone from one of the greatest king fisheries in the world to, man, it is a ghost of its former self. And it's crazy when you think about it. This is before there was a lot of management, and the wildlife just seemed to do just fine without being managed by anybody.
Yeah, well, you get the government involved in anything.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Let's add the government. That works. Not. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I get it. If left to their own devices, probably not a good idea. I understand why we do need management. Because you didn't need it back in the day because people police themselves. I mean, seriously, if somebody did something stupid, they probably got punched in the nose for it. My guess. Which solved a lot of problems. All right. All right, you want some random facts? I know you do. You're like, well, come on, dude. I want to know some stuff. Did you know... All right, the UPS would like you to know that you don't need a box to ship a coconut or a potato. You just write the address on it. Are you kidding? Oh, yeah. And then they'll weigh it for the appropriate postage, and it'll be shipped as is.
Learn something new every day, don't you?
No way. Have you seen that guy? I love that guy. No way. I think he's Canadian. You can just write the address on a coconut or a potato. Wouldn't that work on anything that you could, right? Like an apple? You could just ship an apple? Just write the, okay. The Hoover Dam is made of 4.36 million cubic yards of the concrete. In case you're wondering, that's enough to make a highway from San Francisco to New York. And I believe, I'm pretty sure, there are bodies in the concrete. Like dudes slipped and fell into the wet concrete. It's in the highwaymen, by the highwaymen. And they just like, well, we can't get them. And so they just, cans of Diet Coke float in water. Cans of regular Coke sink. Why? Sugar. Yeah, the sugar in the Coke weighs 39 grams. Sweetener, by the way, is only 125 milligrams. So Coke is denser, so it sinks. I got a story on sweetener a little bit later on. It's really going to bum me out. Yeah. The college with the most national football championships is who? Who do you think it is? Alabama? No. Notre Dame? No. Princeton. They got 28. Of course, the late 1800s is when they were kicking everyone's ass, so whatever. They still got more than anybody. And the first Star Wars product ever produced was the novelized version of the movie. It came out in 1976, 6 months before the movie was actually in the theaters. And now you know. And I know a lot of you like to plan your visits for certain things that you're into. Maybe it's rock concerts or clam digging or tulip blooming or naked backlighting. What? Yeah. Well, lawnstarter.com. That's lawn